the safe house, venting in the safe.
Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Holla, holla.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for status. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant?
You out of pocket, kid, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends with they toxic. What your life like? You gossip.
What the fuck is council culture doubt? Say what I want.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Again, it's Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
On second down, here's Henry. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Wentz now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson wins. 27 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
On play action, it's Wentz. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Graham. Touchdown, Washington. Jimmy Graham. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Commanders 21, Giants 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Inside handoff, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that
play. Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here complete to Dodson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, he gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
Now Wentz again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Off play action. Jones. He's got Bellinger. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Back to throw again. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Jones now on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Galladay, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down and goal. Jones. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll run. It's Henry. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Here we go. 82.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, Wentz. And Graham on the grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing Jones. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
5-9.
Now Wentz. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd down, Henry. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're going to try and throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Now Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score. Commanders 42, Giants 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an out. And
they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score. Commanders 49. Giants 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Here's Jones. Off play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. James now to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Robinson up the middle. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 52 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he finds McLaurin. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't. If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the